Hey, it's Lomentini Lit Up, and here is what I am lit up about. I lit up about the fact that I stumbled across the podcast I did on March 19th. And any of you guys that have been following me understand what March 19th is. March 19th is the day I took my life and decided to stick a knife in my neck and end it all. Suicide is a really, really tough thing to understand, and I want to share this video with you. I'm going to share that podcast with you. There's 3 things about that podcast that I want you to keep in mind. Number 1, I don't remember doing it. Number 2, this is moments before I did that to myself. And number 3, I am truly living salvation. I seriously am living suicide to salvation. Keep those in mind when you watch it. It's tough. It's a tough watch. And it is edited, I will tell you that. There are some spots in it that were a little bit too vulnerable for me to share. And I have been very vulnerable to all of you out there. I have been very accountable and very transparent with you about my recovery. I have shared an awful lot of stuff with you. And when I first came out of the gate back in July, man, I was just video and sharing and all this stuff and working out and look at my, all that stuff. I just felt like it needed to change and I needed to slow down a little bit because I was coming out at a very sprinted pace and I needed to kind of move to more of a marathon pace to get through 2023. But part of that transparency and that accountability is I wanted to show you this video and keep those 3 things in mind when you watch this. It's very hard to see in understanding suicide. And that's really where my commitment is right now with all of this, is to save lives. And through all of that turmoil, and through all of that mess, I have committed myself to the whole aggregate data, biometrics, algorithm, working with wearables such as the Aura Ring, and surrounding myself with a bunch of great people that have a great understanding of what I'm trying to do, and we're going to get it done. We're going to save some lives, and we're going to make a difference. But suicide is very tough and hard to understand because this all started because of January 29th, and it was an altercation with my wife, one that I don't regret many things in my life, but that's one of them. I lost everything. I lost the relationship. I lost the wife and everything attached to it, the family and the friends and everything attached to it, gone. And it's a tough thing to deal with. And if you can deal with that kind of stuff and walk away from it, you're not human. And that's where a lot of the problem was with me and my being able to handle it, is how people could just walk away, be so dismissive and just be done. But it was what it was, and I didn't handle it very well. And so from January up and through to February, where my very first attempt was when I put the zip tie around my neck and I just got back from Florida, that was a planned event. And that was a cry for help. And that's what suicide is a cry for help. But more importantly, and I'm going to tell you what the other side of suicide is, but a lot of people think it's a cry for attention. Suicide is messed up, because it's a frame of mind you don't want to get into. Depression is one thing, but when it leads to, and it's like the precursor. That's where it starts. Then coupled with anxiety and whatever else that you want to throw in there, like alcohol or whatever else, drugs. Because a lot of times suicide, this is exactly what March 19th was for me. March 19th was, I wanted the pain to go away. I couldn't deal with the pain. I couldn't deal with my mind and the noise and all of that was hitting me at the once. I wanted the pain to go away. And that is exactly where people are when they're at that level. And you can keep that in mind as well. I'm in so much pain during this podcast that I'm going to share this with you, and then I'm going to come back and we'll wrap it up and see what you guys thought. I would love to hear your guys' comments. By the way, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the button. It's easy. I'd love to. Subscribing to this channel, you're helping me spread the word and getting it out there and helping save lives. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. Hey, it's Lomentini Lit Up, and here's what I am lit up about. I'm about the fact that I'm still here. That's what this is all about, that we're still fighting. We're still going through it. We're still trying to figure it out. We're still trying to process it. If you've been following me in all of my podcasts, you guys know what this is all about. And it's about an unfortunate situation in a relationship with my beautiful, beautiful wife. And I, it is what it is. So if you want to go back to February 12th on my podcast, you can go and figure it all out. So I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to do what I need to do and get through this. And there's been so many people that I have been so excited that they are in my life, that they help me get through it, because there's so many people out there that are so willing to put themselves in your path to help you get to the better place. Yet sometimes we isolate ourselves to a point where I'm trying to figure it out on my own. And so we go through all of these problems, which I obviously have been going through some problems, as you can all imagine, and have, if you, and I know a lot of you, there's thousands of you have been watching me and been following what's going on. This is a continuation of surviving suicide and all the crap in between. And currently this is all the crap in between. And the problem with the whole quote of crap in between, it makes you feel like there's another suicide attempt coming up. What sparked this whole podcast was Robin Williams. Robin Williams did an interview, and he said it's about people. You can ego, all that stuff. It's about people. It's about you helping other people. And the rest is good luck. It's bullshit. It's he didn't say bullshit, but I said it. Put your ego aside, humble yourself, and go out there and try and serve other people. And that's Robin Williams saying that. God will speak to you through other people and other platforms. When you're going through your stuff, if you're listening and you're yearning for his love. And God is a loving God. Robin Williams even said that, so check it out on the video. But it's about people, about serving and helping other people. It's not about you. Putting your ego aside, humbling yourself. And that's kind of the process of what I've been through and what I'm going through and what I'm doing right now. I want this to be upbeat. I don't want this to be a downer, Debbie Downer on some of the videos that I've done through this whole process of, surviving suicide. I'm 54 years old. I did everything I could to try and kill myself, but I didn't. Only because somebody came and found me, but I sure tried. So listen to me. There are people out there that can help you, people to talk to, people right next to you, your friends, your family. 988. Call 988. Suicide prevention. Come on. I'm just letting you know of what I've been through. Because of what? Let's talk about that. Why did I try and kill myself? Why did I put a zip tie on my neck? Why? And pass out and mess up my shoulder, which I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. Why? Why? Let's talk about that. I really want to know. Let's talk about that. Let's just be open about it. Why? Why did you try and kill yourself, Patrick? Oh, my wife left me. Oh, we had an argument. We got in an altercation. And check out the podcast on February 12th. Yeah. I mean, it was a bad situation. Something that I have never experienced and never want to experience ever in my life. But here we are. And I've got to face the consequences. So, because of all of that, I wanted to kill myself. I have met so many people through this whole process in just the few weeks that we have been doing this. 6 weeks, 5 weeks, I don't know, 6 weeks. It seems like I've been all over this thing. I've been all over it. Like I want to I don't know. There's like all these mixed emotions. Like, I want to try and get it out there and prove to her that I love her and I want to try and have it back. But obviously that's not happening. And so then I want to fix myself so I can be a better person. And that is happening. And then we get into this evolution of, okay, here we are 6 weeks later, 5 weeks later. And then, okay, where are we? We're healing. We're doing this stuff. And then who's getting better? I don't know who's getting better, but I am doing my best to be better. Outpatient therapy. Therapist, psychiatrist, doing what I got to do. I don't like the medications that they give me because I don't like being altered medically. So I just kind of bob and weave on all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But, this is a really interesting time of the year because it's like March Madness. I love watching sports, and I'm watching it by myself, and I just counted on her. She was my go-to best friend, everything. Now it's gone. Okay. So what really sparked this today, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this podcast today to kind of get out there and show my progress. And we have progressed a lot. We've progressed a lot. And I'm really excited about it because we went from this whole doom and gloom. We went from this whole, oh, I'm so sorry about what's going on. God speaks to you through other people. And I think God is speaking to me through Robin Williams. And that is weird. Because scrolling through social while I'm getting ready in the morning. And there goes Robin talking about people and what it's really about. He said in a Christian life, I'm not speaking completely of his quote, but he was like, "Is it with Barbara Walters?" No, that wasn't with her. You know what? Robin Williams, I want him to speak to you. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to turn it on high so you can hear it. So I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to put it on here. Here we go.
About these past 2 years then?
Yeah, there's a sadness, and then you have to go. Then there's also hope. I mean, sadness. It's always like, you wish they hadn't happened, but they did, and the purpose is to make you different. It's what they call a Buddhist gift. I would call it the ultimate Christian gift. It's that idea of you're back, and you realize the thing that matters are others, way beyond yourself. Self goes away, ego, bye-bye. Realize there are a lot of amazing people out there to be grateful for. And a loving God. And that, other than that, good luck. That's what life is about.
So part of the process here, and I want to spin this second moment. Sorry about that. I'm going to spin this moment. Part of the process of what you're going through is apologies, and I apologize. And I don't know if she's ever going to listen. I don't know if I ever be able to talk to her again, but my wife, whatever she is at this point, ex-wife, wife, I don't know. I'm sorry. What happened was inexcusable. You were the doll of my life, and I would do anything to have you back. Having said that, we all have to do what we got to do to move forward. I mean, what am I going to do? I already tried the whole other aspect of trying to off myself, as my friend Tad says. Try to off yourself. He's always been my voice of reason, and I look forward to talking to him later in the day. But I wanted to get past this. I wanted to get past what's going on, and so that we could actually focus on other things that are more. But you know what? This unfortunate subject of depression, anxiety, suicide, and all of these dark aspects are just such a prominent part of our culture. And now I'm stuck in the middle of it. I'm in it. I'm in the thick of it. So when I think of Robin Williams, look at him. You know, this is the thing that I've talked about so many times. How many people have looked at celebrities or looked at people and they have everything in the world, everything, money, fame, or, you know, fame's not that big a deal, but money, and you got your family and you've got all these people that love you. And yet you take your situation into your own hands and trying to end it all. Look at DJ Twitch, Robin Williams, and so many others. And look at me. Had that guy not knocked on my door and somehow woke me, I wouldn't be either. I would not be here. But somehow I am here, and I'm struggling on this earth with all of the things that are part of it. I can't talk to my wife as much as I want to. I can't go to my home as much as that was my home as well. I'm barely surviving by the good graces of all the people that have supported me and care about me. But here we are. I'm still rolling. And so I have been, my purpose, why am I doing this? I have got to continue and pray and ask, why am I doing this? And it was a person in my chair. I'm cutting his hair, and he simply says, I'm glad you're still here. You're helping people. You're helping others. I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect it. Even though this is the whole purpose of my platform, of why I'm doing what I'm doing, I didn't expect it to actually happen. And I hope I am helping other people so I can be a better person. Make no mistake about it. If I could still be with my wife at anything that I would have to do to be there with her, I would do it. But obviously that's not going to happen. But depression just robs you. And I have experienced that, and I didn't realize I had it. The anxiety. Anyway, so we got past that. Hey, that was a tough one to get through. I'd love to hear your feedback. Leave me some comments. Let me know what's going on. Keeping those things in mind as you watch that. Give me some grace. Give me some mercy. I was in a bad spot that day. That was not my best moment. In fact, it was the lowest. I've been lower. That created even lower moments, but it was the beginning to here we are today. And what's amazing is that moment, March 19th, that podcast, moments later, what I've done to myself and where I'm at today is unbelievable, unmistakably God, unmistakably his love for me. And basically on that day, in fact, I just talked to my friend Tad before I started this whole pod. God that day on March 19th showed me the power and the wrath of God, destroyed my life, wrecked any plan that I had, and then turned around and loved me. Wow. Wrecked my life, destroyed any plans that I had, then turned around, picked me up, and gave me a hug and told me he loves me. Now look at where I'm at. I'm 55 years old. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm getting ready to do the Tough Mudder next week. My hair business is the best it's been. My real estate license is kicking ass, and I've got showings this next week. I cannot believe that through such destruction, so much love and so much success can happen. And that is the power of God. So I'm glad I shared that with you. It's time to move on. You guys all know what's going on. You guys all have seen the progression. You guys have all seen the transparency and the accountability. I'm so happy that I continue to do that, and I will continue to show you the successes and the things in my life that have come from such a disaster. But I came across that last night, and it was like, wow, what do I do with this? Do I share it? Do I do this? Do I do that? And I'm glad I reached out, and I'm glad I shared it with you guys. Love to hear your comments. Please leave them below, and do me another favor. As I asked you earlier, please subscribe to the channel. Help me get the word out and save some lives.